Welcome back to the VHS wall. I am Mike Pelly, joined by Allison. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I am good. I'm excited to review this movie.
I bet you are.
You know how much I like the barking remix theme songs in movies.
As do I.
Yes, those are good. Well, welcome back, motherfuckers. We haven't talked to you in a while. It's our last review was Heavyweights. Was that what we did last time?
Yeah, it was a while ago. Was it like a month ago?
Yeah. We've been up to our Halloween shenanigans. I feel like the October busy bug.
Busy bug.
Yeah. We decided to do this very special Halloween edition of the VHS wall. And a lot of you might not think this is a good Halloween movie. I personally do.
Yeah, I wouldn't totally categorize it as Halloween, but it's a goofy, spooky movie, so it works.
Yeah, it works because I mean there is literally a part in the middle of the movie where Tom Hanks is flipping through channels and watching some of the most intense scenes from horror movies.
Oh yeah.
and then he goes right into have a nightmare sequence, but we'll get into that. Yeah, this movie is called The Burbs, and a lot of you may or may not have heard of it, but for me, this was on like every fall on cable or on basic cable. Like every time I would flip through, like Fox 11 would be playing it or something, and my mom actually recorded it off television just so me and my brothers could watch it because she loved it so much. So it's part of that like I love it so much because my mom showed it to me kind of thing, but also like it just literally was on every year following, so it became kind of this. Like, I think I might know every line in this film.
You do. You could quote the movie backwards and forwards to me, and you've tried. I had never seen this movie before you introduced me to it. I don't
Really?
ever remember
Wow.
seeing it on TV. No, because I wish I did because it's a good movie. I wish I had seen it as a kid because I would have liked it.
Oh,
I like it
sure.
now, but I'd never heard of it ever.
It does have a sort of cult following to it, but
I don't know anyone else that has seen this movie.
I know a lot of people, but they're all my age, so
Okay, so maybe there
think
was some lag time.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It had to have been like TBS that was always playing it, and TBS was pretty prominent in my teens.
It wasn't mine too, but I mean, I don't remember them playing this.
This is an exciting episode because it's Halloween. We just carved our pumpkins.
Yep.
I tried to carve something pretty fancy, but my pumpkin's too goddamn small. So I just went with your classic face with teeth. Yeah, and you made a googly-ish?
Googly pumpkin.
I like it.
Yeah, they're cute.
It kind of looks like a shrunken head, yours.
Both of ours do. Because they're smaller pumpkins.
They're small pumpkins,
Because
yeah.
we're in an apartment.
We live in a small fucking, yeah. We had to get a small pumpkin for a small place that we live. So before we dive right in, Allison, would you mind doing the honors on the VHS box reading the synopsis on the back?
Yes. Okay. Tom Hanks. No. You ready?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks portrays suburbanite Ray Peterson, whose plans for a peaceful vacation are disturbed by a creepy new family on the block in this outrageous suspense comedy directed by Joe Dante. To the disappointment of his wife, Carrie Fisher, Ray decides to spend a relaxing week at home and soon gets into trouble with his neighbors, a hefty busybody, a freaked-out ex-soldier, a spacey teenager, Corey Feldman, as they observe the strange happenings next door at the Klopek's bizarre residence. When the neighborhood grouch suddenly disappears, the men are convinced the ramshackle house hides some hideous clues. Armed with assault rifles, high-powered binoculars, and a shovel, they decide to see for themselves exactly what is going on in the Klopek place. Set in an average neighborhood that is anything but average, The Burbs blends slapstick comedy and spine-tingling mystery with the type of witty humor that has made Tom Hanks one of today's most popular stars.
Yeah, Tom Hanks, get it. Get that Burbs money. He is so. This movie's so underrated, seriously. I mean, it does have a little bit of a cult following, but seriously, this is probably like one of my top 5 Tom Hanks performances.
Really?
Because he's just playing a.
He just plays
annoyed,
his usual, like, comedic character where he's, like, throws little fits.
But whoever's idea was to like cast him in this role is just brilliant because Tom Hanks just can play that sort of
Cranky?
cranky autopilot type suburban character and God, he nails it. Okay, so this movie starts out right away. It's really cool with the panning into the Universal logo. And it goes straight into a suburban neighborhood.
Oh, right.
It's pretty awesome. I've actually not seen. I think maybe in the mid '90s there was a couple movies that did that. I know Men in Black did that, but they really just kind of killed it right away with the zoom in, and it goes right into the suburban neighborhood, and it's obviously like a
It looks
a model.
It looks exactly like a Hollywood set.
Oh yeah, well this was filmed at Universal. So.
I know, but they didn't try. I feel like they didn't even try to make it not look like a set. Because it goes into their cul-de-sac where the movie is going to take place in.
Right.
And the cul-de-sac looks like the houses are just like propped up.
Yeah, if you attended Universal Studios in the 90s, going on the tram ride, they would take you through this neighborhood that it's just like a full set neighborhood that they would use for movies and TV shows. Like for example, the house that the evil neighbors live at. I was gonna say the Munchkins house.
Monsters. No. Munsters.
The Munsters.
Munsters.
That's a mix of Munchkins and Monsters.
The Munsters house.
And so they filmed that there, a bunch of stuff there. But if you went on the tram ride in the 90s at Universal Studios, you'll be able to see the house that they shot and the street that they shot The Burbs. And so that's maybe another reason why I just love it, because I feel like I was there myself.
I don't think they really did anything to the house to make it different in this movie.
Yeah, it just kind of looks
it's
exactly
in color
the same.
this time, but I imagine it to be the same.
Right.
I haven't watched that show since I was a kid, but anyway.
Starting off, you show up and you're hearing weird noises at the spooky house, and Tom Hanks comes out of his house, looking like he's gonna go knock on the neighbor's door because they're making a bunch of a racket. There's like this weird sound coming from the basement. And I don't know. I love this. And my mom would always just crack up right at the very beginning of this when he would just take one step over into their lawn and immediately it's just this really dramatic, like,
oh yeah, gusts of wind
and like leaves and everything. And apparently all the other neighbors are like looking out their windows watching this happen. And so that was really funny. It was just like a really good way to be like, this is pretty corny.
There's like flashing lightning and then lights from the basement casting shadows.
Right.
And he's in his
he's in his pajamas.
He's in his robe and pajamas a lot of the movie, wandering around in his cul-de-sac.
That's what you do in the burbs, man.
Apparently.
I grew up in the suburbs, and I gotta say, they nailed a lot of stuff in this movie. Like how everybody... It's kind of like in Edward Scissorhands, where it's just like that suburban neighborhood. Like they all gossip with each other. They all talk about the new neighbors and all that shit. So they nailed that. And that's really what it's like if you live in the burbs. It's crazy. But the next shot is just like the opening credits, and Tom Hanks is just like literally. It looks like the most boring life. Like,
it's the next morning, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the next morning. And everything is just so routine and very...
Well, they're getting like the mail and the sprinklers are going off and it's sunny. And I think he's just at his like kitchen table looking out the window, right?
Yeah, he's
having
looking out the
coffee.
window, watches his neighbor's dog come over, and whilst the dog is running to the house that he's going to take a shit on its lawn, the dog has its own theme song.
Yeah, they switched the theme song to
I,
a little barking, and it's
it's
funny.
hilarious. I have to play a clip for you right now. So there's a bunch of rumors going on right now about the new neighbors. Before they show that, they introduced the old guy that's living at the very end of the cul-de-sac. The Queenie is his dog.
Yeah, he's
His
an
name's
older guy with a
Walter.
toupee who lets his
Walter.
dog go shit on the neighbor's lawn.
Doesn't he? At one point, he says
He trains her to do that.
he trains his dog.
It's very rude.
That's fucking rude.
It's super rude.
Can you imagine?
No.
What would you do?
Tom Hanks thought it was funny. It wasn't his
funny.
yard.
Because Carrie Fisher is just like, oh, good job, babe. You're watching a dog take a shit on a yard. That's good for you. And so I don't know, but Walter becomes a pivotal part of the story because the entire thing kind of revolves around him becoming a missing man. I don't even think he has any lines besides, "Come on, Queenie, that lawn needed fertilizing anyway."
Yeah.
It's like his
I
own.
think that was it,
His
maybe.
only line, which I love that. I love that. Like he's like pivotal to the story. He's the reason why the neighbors all wanted to find out if the new neighbors killed him. But we'll get into that. So it shows him, and then the fat guy is trying to shoot a crow in the backyard.
He's the goofy. He's kind of like not a sidekick to Tom Hanks, but like the goofy neighbor that's pushing him to do stuff.
Right.
And he's really obnoxious, and he talks a lot, and he's constantly eating.
He is eating up.
He eats their entire fridge.
Their
pretty much.
entire
He
goddamn
invites
kitchen.
himself to breakfast, and then takes out their leftovers and a pineapple.
Well, first Tom Hanks comes outside and he's just like, "Art, what the fuck are you doing? You're shooting." He almost shoots him in the head. He's trying to shoot crows
He's
down.
reckless.
And then Art, that's the name of this character. He's like, "What are you guys doing? Are you eating in there?" Even though he just almost shot off his Tom Hanks.
Yeah, he's kind of like a grown-up fat kid.
But
in
that's when it gets
movies.
right into, like, he's talking to Tom Hanks about the psycho neighbors that moved in next door, and they're all only really suspicious of them because they never come out of their house.
And they make spooky sounds.
And so that's where you get the gist of the neighbors being...
Well, they're all like spreading rumors to each other. Small
Right, exactly. Like you
neighborhood
do in the
rumors.
Burbs. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
apparently.
So next thing that happens is Tom Hanks and Art go outside and they're like hanging around. By the way, Tom Hanks, it's a big deal that Tom Hanks is on vacation right now from work.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to go to the lake
Mm-mm.
because he just wants to spend quiet time at
Yeah,
home.
Carrie Fisher wants to take him and like have a nice vacation.
But she like wants him to get off his ass and go do something because he's just sitting around in his pajamas and like drinking beer.
Yeah, he's like, maybe I'll drink
all day.
a couple of hundred beers first and listen to the ball game.
But then he takes it upon himself to figure out the new neighbors. That's what he's gonna do the rest of the week.
He doesn't know that at this point, though. I mean,
think-
right now, him and Art are just outside talking about what they're gonna do that day, and immediately Art is just like, "Let's go to the deli and go eat more." And Tom Hanks is like, "I'm thinking of getting an electric garage door opener." You know, just like
Really
this is
mundane.
so boring,
Boring shit.
And that's how he wants to spend his vacation. So, you know, whatever. Immediately, one of the creepy neighbors comes out of their house. And Art was like, the neighbor came out and Art was just like, "Hey, Tom Hanks, you know," Tom Hanks' name is Ray. I'll give them their real name. So Art and Ray are talking. The guy's out there and they're watching him. And Art is saying, "Hey, Ray, go talk to him. He's probably gonna borrow some pepper or something one day. Like, you gotta
Pepper?
talk to him. Or he's gonna go inside his house. He goes inside his house. They miss their opportunity, and then that's when Art just starts making fun of him. At one point, he says, you look like a chicken in front of your son.
Oh, yeah. He wanted to prove himself as a man.
As a man in front of his child.
By ringing a doorbell.
No, just walking up to a neighbor while he was still out, and they didn't do it.
Oh, yeah. So anyway, then they go up to go ring the doorbell.
They go up.
And bees attack them.
Yeah, and all the neighbors are watching this happen, mind you. And bees, and then you're introduced to the soldier, the ex-military, whatever guy that lives across the street. And that's played by Oscar winner Bruce Dern. And I love him in this. He's great.
He's
Rumsfeld.
Good. He's good. That and his wife, who's like, trophy wife. But she's sweet. And she's always in like little negligees and furry.
Yeah, she looks like a fucking like 80s Playboy bunny.
Yeah, she's like a trophy wife, but she's sweet.
Her hair is insane.
You haven't talked about Corey Feldman yet. I feel like he's kind of like the audience role.
Yeah,
because he is supposed to be like the audience because he's watching the rest of the neighbors and then narrating a little, not narrating, but he like is telling all his friends to come over and watch the neighborhood because he's like, I love my neighborhood. And he's supposed to be like a goofy,
gotta love this street,
goofy teen who's just like watching it all for entertainment.
This is like around the time where he did, he voiced one of the Ninja Turtles.
He was a little like Michael Jackson-y in this. He still had, remember when he went through a phase where like he dressed a lot like Michael Jackson? I'm pretty sure.
I think
anyway,
no,
there's a lot of kids that did that.
Corey Feldman is introduced as pretty much Corey Feldman with really long hair.
Yeah.
And you don't really expect too much from the guy, but I always enjoyed his performance in this movie. I feel like it's one of his best.
It's funny that you think this is his best performance because he only has like a few lines the whole movie.
He's good. He wears a Batman shirt under a
mesh,
like a
tank top. To paint in.
It's a good look. I like it. So back to Tom Hanks and Art trying to go over. They try to go to the neighbor's house. They knock on the door. The address turns to 666, and then the fucking bees come and attack. And they're just like, at this point now, it's like something's up with this fucking spooky house.
So now the ex-military guy wants to join in too.
Ooh, yeah, they're all getting kind of suspicious and wanting to like investigate. But Tom Hanks is being really optimistic. He's not at this point really wanting to be a part of that. Because he seems to be like the mature one, and Rumsfeld and Art seem to be like the little boys on the street.
Kind of. I mean, they're like, the joke throughout the movie is that they all act like little boys.
Not Tom Hanks.
No, he is, though. He throws little tantrums. He throws his, like, Tom Hanks tantrums.
Well, they still look to Tom Hanks as, like,
he's like the leader
boy of the street. So it's very, like, what I remember about growing up in a suburban neighborhood where there was, like, the main kid on the block, and everybody would want to go hang out with him, kind of thing, because he was maybe more mature or something. But anyway. Next thing is Tom Hanks and Carrie Fisher are having a little argument. Tom Hanks decides to get some air. This is later at night, and walk the dog around the block. And then that's when he runs into Art and Corey Feldman. Art has this spiel about the mass murderer or the guy who murdered his whole family.
Oh, at the old at
the old soda fountain.
Wives' Tale.
Yeah. I remember being creeped out by that story when I was younger. I was like, "Ooh, that's kind of fucked up."
Wasn't it a story about someone killing people and then like eating them or like serving them?
Yeah, just because this is a Halloween special, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually play the clip of him telling this story. It's a little lengthy, but it's good. It's very of the season. It's a creepy story. Here you go.
You know, it was a night just like this that it happened.
What happened, Mr. Weingartner?
Oh, it was a long time ago, Ricky. Hinkley Hills was a lot smaller then. Safer, too. You never had to lock your doors. Everybody knew everybody. I must have been maybe, 9, 10 years old. You know where the big mall is? Well, there used to be a big drugstore down on the corner there. It had a big soda fountain in it. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy who ran it was a rotund guy. He had glasses. His name was Skip. Lived over in Elm, had a wife, a couple kids, you know, not too sharp. I mean, hey, the guy's 40 years old. He's wearing a paper hat, and he's making cherry cokes. It's a cinch he's not running for governor, right? Anyway, it got hot that summer. I remember it got real hot. It was sweltering. You know that heat where your underwear sweats and it crawls up the... Anyway, it's hot, okay? And they start smelling this really vile stench over on Elm, and they figure it's coming from Skip's place. And no one wants to say anything. I mean, what do? Go knock on the guy's door? Hi, your house stinks? So people are trying to ignore it, right? They're trying to pretend it isn't happening. And you know those pine things? They're trying to cover up with those pine things that you put in cars. People are hanging those on their porches. Oh, you think that's funny, Ricky?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah? Let me tell you what happened next, okay? The state health inspector shows up. They go over, they talk to Skip. He says he's got a sump pump problem. They leave. Hey, the guy's got a little sewer problem. He says he'll look after it. Everything's okay, right? Wrong. A couple hours later, there's smoke pouring out of the windows of Skip's house. The firemen show up. They go into Skip's house. You know what they find?
What?
Skip's family. Dead. Murdered. By Skip. Weeks earlier. With an ice pick. Yeah. The guy killed his whole family. With an ice pick. Yeah. Yeah, just put him in the cool basement, covered him up with a sheet, and went back to making ice cream treats for the townsfolk. Only thing, Skip didn't count on there being a big heat wave that summer. You know what that was that all those people were smelling over on Elm, Ricky?
What?
Skip's family's bodies decomposing in the summer heat. Yeah, apparently one day Skip just made one too many lemon phosphates. El Snapo.
I remember that. I remember hearing about that when I was a kid. They tore down the soda fountain that fall.
You know, these towns are full of those kind of stories. Sometimes they're happening right under your nose.
And that story actually used to freak me out. It did. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe the whole, like, bodies decomposing in the summer heat type thing and killing his whole family with an ice pick. He goes over to Tom Hanks's house. He's knocking on the window, and they're trying to watch Jeopardy. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Come outside, come outside."
Yeah.
And they go outside, and they meet up with Rumsfeld across the street, and he has like his night vision goggles.
Oh, yeah.
They're spying on the Klopeks, and one of the Klopeks come out of their house with garbage.
They roll their car out to the curb with no
to the
lights
garbage
on.
can.
Take the trash out and then like stomp it down with like a tamping hoe.
And then, like, there's organ music playing, and like
And
there's a
it's-
storm, and
It's pretty funny.
It's
comedic
amazing.
because the guy that they keep showing is this like gangly redheaded teenager with big fake like hillbilly teeth in and like
Ugh, he
small
looks pretty
clothes,
gross.
like lederhosen.
Well, later
that are, like,
Rumsfeld
really
calls him
short.
Pinocchio.
Yeah, and he just looks really fucking goofy.
Um,
And he's the main one that you've seen so far.
Real quick, I gotta play. I'm just gonna play really quick. As soon as he does it, he stomps the garbage into the garbage can. Here's what Tom Hanks says right when that happens.
I've never seen that. I've never seen anybody drive their garbage down to the street and then bang the hell out of it with a stick. I've never seen that.
Love that. So then it goes over into the next day where they find the dog, and also right before they find the dog, they decide to stop the garbage man.
Oh yeah,
Because they think that what the Klopek was stomping into the trash can was dead bodies,
yes.
like throwing humans away. Like,
So then there's a whole comedic scene with the garbage men.
Yeah,
and
who
the
one of the
neighbors.
garbage men is played by a famous bowler at the time,
Oh,
and he even cracks a joke about it. He's
About
just
bowling?
like about
why
bowling.
was he in that movie?
Oh, I don't know. He was just
Like friend of
little
someone?
cameo or something. He was with another guy that was at the time or before he was in Star Trek Voyager. They're bickering. They're having like garbage man bicker, and I don't even know. Like one of the guys is telling the bowler guy that maybe this is all we're gonna do in our lives or whatever.
They're
And
having like an existential moment.
it is hilarious that they are ripping a bunch of garbage out of the garbage truck.
And then it's
Wow.
left in the street for the rest of the movie.
That is so funny to me. Throughout the rest of the film, there is a pile of garbage in the middle of the street that no one gives a fuck about.
They just keep running it over.
Yeah, like cars keep driving over
Or
it and
walking
everything. It's
through
like
it.
just, that's not there. Whatever. Rosefield's just like, you're gonna pick up the garbage because you're a garbage man. He's like, I pick up garbage from cans, not from the street. I feel like a lot of the comedy in this is very original. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this since.
Yeah, I don't know do you know what the director has made?
Oh yeah, Joe Dante. He's directed a lot of classics. He directed Gremlins, Small Soldiers, Gremlins 2, Inner Space. Just a lot of these 80s classics, and even Small Soldiers. It wasn't that great of a film, but it came out and it kind of had that Gremlins vibe to it.
Yeah.
So he's done a bunch of stuff.
The dog runs around the next day. Queenie's out loose.
The next day. Well, the next day,
And they discover he's gone. The old man's gone.
yeah. The next morning, they find the dog, and they bring the dog back to the house, and like there's like chairs turned over and stuff, and immediately
Just like two.
immediately Art
was
like
it.
starts stealing things.
Yeah, trying to steal stuff from his house. Yeah, Art's character is just one of those, like, I don't know if they'd be a friend, but those guys that just make themselves really comfortable in your house or just don't don't have a lot of social cues,
No, not at all.
but he's pretty funny. I enjoy his character.
Yeah, and it's this, and then they find Walter's wig in the kitchen.
His toupee.
His
Toupee.
toupee, and one of the greatest lines for some reason I love this is when Rumsfeld is just like, there's something about these old guys, they don't ever leave their house without their hair. And so they immediately become suspicious of the Klopeks, the new neighbors. So after they go through Walter's house, they find his toupee and everything, and the day goes by where Tom Hanks is seeing weird stuff from the Klopeks. He decides to lock himself in his basement with Art. And where Art is trying to convince him of all of his neighbors' satanic practices.
Yeah, it's like medieval illustrations of witches, I guess.
Yeah, it's talking about like mutilations and all these cult practices, like and the Ichabus and the succubus and all these things, and he is just selling it so hard. I just love it, and the whole time Tom Hanks is just like, "This is bullshit. I don't even know why the fuck I'm listening to this." And that's when a very classic part. I'm going to play the clip. Here you go.
I'm not going to listen to this.
Ray, you're chanting.
I'm not going to
Ray.
hear this now. I'm not
Ray, look.
going to
Ray.
listen to this.
Unconscious
I'm
chanting.
not
You're
going to
chanting.
hear this now.
I want to
don't
kill
want to hear this
everyone.
now.
Satan
I'm
is
not going
good.
to listen
Satan is
to
our pal.
this. I'm not
Ray, you're chanting. Hey, once they get in here, it's over, pal.
It's a good scene.
And then immediately that's where it goes. It goes over to Tom Hanks flipping the channels, watching TV,
okay. Yeah.
and it shows like he just
Lands on all these like really gory.
perfect. It's like movies that shouldn't even probably be on cable television. Like
No, but it was funny.
It was so funny. The first clip was from that movie. It's a classic, but I don't. It's something that shouldn't have been on cable television. That's for sure.
It must have been like a second that they showed that.
Yeah, but immediately he changed the channel and it goes right to The Exorcist. Like she
Oh,
throws
vomiting,
up in
yeah.
his mouth, and then he switches it again, and then it's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre right at the part where he's chainsawing through the wall and trying to killing this woman. You just hear screaming and all this stuff. He falls asleep and then wakes up and has a little nightmare.
For some reason, I never remember this nightmare sequence whenever we watch this movie. I don't know why. Like, I don't know if I fall asleep or
throw him on a
something.
giant barbecue.
I know, it's really funny, but I never remember this scene. I don't know why. But it's like a funny dream about Tom Hanks being sacrificed on a barbecue because he was cleaning his barbecue earlier. And his neighbors sacrificing him. in an occult situation.
Yeah. And then he wakes up to Mr. Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, baby.
Yeah. Another neighbor reference.
Rumsfeld and Art walk up to the house and they're like, "Okay, can you come out and play?" Do you remember?
Carol says no.
She says,
My husband
can't come out. He can't come out today. He's not
so he
feeling
represents
too well."
Oh, yeah. But then she says something about representing who her husband used to be. Because he's being like a sad sack lately, where he's just like moping around the house.
Moping around.
Or then like busying himself with the neighbors.
Yeah.
Bullshit stuff with his other neighbors. So she's always like giving him shit. She's like, "Can you go do something? Do you want to go to the lake? Do something on your vacation?" And he's just moping around the house.
I was like,
she's great. She's great in this
Carrie
movie.
Fisher is great in this movie.
She looks great. She's like a fun wife character.
Mm-hmm. And apparently at this time she was, according to herself, at this point in time in her life, she was heavy into drugs.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. And it just doesn't come through in this movie at all. I feel like she seems perfectly healthy and good to go. She's great. So the next scene is Tom Hanks is lounging in the backyard, sleeping. And meanwhile, Rumsfeld and Art they wrote a note and ding dong ditched the Klopex. And seriously,
what did it say? I don't remember.
I know what you've done.
Oh yeah.
And like the movie is seriously depicting these two guys as like little boys.
Being
really immature.
I guess because we forgot to explain that they are now assuming that the Klopex have kidnapped and killed the old man.
By this point, yeah. I mean,
In their
only
basement.
by looking at Walter's house, like a chair was turned over and he left his hair there.
His coop and his dog.
Well, except here's the real part that pushes him over the edge. Just Art runs over and he's just like, "Hey, Tom Hanks, guess what? We put a note on the door and then we ran." And it's really pissed off. He starts crunching beer cans over his head and shit like that. He's like, "Why'd you do that? Like, they're gonna think it was me." And so that's when the dog like brings them a bone that he dug up from the fence, and it's a human femur.
Bone. And then they go, "Ah," and the camera zooms in and out.
That is so good.
Just super goofy.
So great. At the same time, they at that point, that's when they're just like, okay, these guys are evil. Like they're murdering. They've already taken care of Walter. They're gonna take us next.
And then the wives at this time are like, "We've had enough of our husbands being
chill out. Let's
children.
go over there and hang and meet.
Let's just be adults and go say hello and introduce ourselves." So they all march over, the wives and the husbands,
damn brownies,
to go meet the Klopex.
And Rumsfeld's like falling in all the holes on their porch.
Oh yeah, because their house is falling apart. It's decrepit.
Now this scene is so good. They're all sitting down inside the Klopex house, all looking at at each other. All you could hear is like a clock in the background.
Ticking.
One of them offers Tom Hanks a sardine.
Ew, it was like the awkward teenager invites them in. And everyone's really quiet, and he doesn't really talk, and he offers everyone cans of sardines with pretzels, and they make Tom Hanks eat it to be polite, and it's just like mouth sounds for like a
the
minute.
ADR on it is like jacked to 9.
Squishy mouth sounds, and it's so gross.
So good.
And then this little troll man comes out with goofy hair. Comes out. You know who he looked like the whole time? I don't remember what it was called, but it was one of the claymation 60s, 70s Christmas shorts movies. And there was one where it was like a cranky soldier Santa man. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's the Santa Claus claymation one, and he looks like...
Or it's like the history of
Mr.
Santa.
Winter or something. Oh, no, the Burgermeister.
He looks like the Burgermeister. Yes. That's exactly what he looks like.
That's
I'm glad you knew what I was talking about. Anyway, he's supposed to be one of the owners of the house, and he's very grumpy and doesn't say much, but he allows all these people into his house, and some of them are trying to make small talk, and then the ex-soldier is trying to interrogate him, which is really rude because he just like barges into his house and is
Starts
interrogating
ripping
him.
off their wallpaper.
Yeah, like fucking with their house the whole time.
He's constantly in the background, like just rummaging through all their shit. It's so rude.
It's super rude, and the guy doesn't do anything. He just has a frowny face, and he's just watching everyone.
And here's the other thing I love about this movie is that it doesn't quite let the viewer know that the Klopeks are killers. It isn't until the end where you find out exactly what the situation is. So I like how it's literally throughout the whole movie. It's pretty much a mystery. You don't know. It's a toss up.
Yeah, they're just supposed to be bizarre.
Right. So anyway,
Bizarre but suspicious.
Tom Hanks tries to go to the bathroom and lets this big giant dog out. The dog goes in the backyard, and Art was like snooping around in the backyard, and like.
Oh yeah, he wasn't invited, so he snuck in their backyard while everyone was in the house.
What does one of the Klopeks say when they see him? They're just like, "Oh, is that another neighbor?" And then one of the Klopeks says, "Like, yeah, it's a fat one."
Oh, him. Yes, I thought you were saying like the friends say that. Anyway,
they go over back to Tom Hanks' house, convince the wives that they're over it. Then that's when Tom Hanks is like, "Guys, I found Walter's toupee in their house. They fucking did it.
Yeah.
We gotta Burbs the shit out of them." So they plan this like elaborate scheme to pretty much convince the wives to go home or go away or something. Like he tells Carrie Fisher to go to the lake or something.
Oh yeah, and then they wait for. Well, no, they meet a different small man, the third Klopek, and he says he's a doctor and a painter.
Mm-hmm. But it says they're going to be gone the next day.
Yeah, and he mentioned something about being gone the next day, so they all wait for the three odd men to leave.
They plan to break into the Klopek's house after the wives go
and the
away.
Yard.
And
they want to look in the yard.
They want to dig up the backyard because I think Ray saw them digging one night.
Yeah, he saw them digging holes one night in the rain.
Yeah.
Very spooky.
And Walter's apparently his femur bone was dug up.
Oh yeah,
in the backyard. Mm-hmm. So this is pretty much like the big end finale. Like they all dress up as like So Rumsfeld gets in his military outfit, and he's like the Watcher, but he's on his own roof.
He has his infrared lenses on his binoculars, and Corey Feldman invited all his friends over for like a beer bust and pizza to watch this go down.
Yeah.
From the other house because he finds it hilarious.
I guess this is why I love the character so much, because he's just like, oh, I heard my 3 crazy neighbors are going to go break into my other neighbor's house. I'm going to have a party and we're going to watch this go down.
Yeah, he is viewing them as like pure entertainment value.
Love it. I love it.
He's just like an outsider the whole movie.
Yeah. And
even though he'll like egg them on, he does it for his entertainment.
I love it when he yells at Rumsfeld and makes him fall off a roof.
Tumble down this roof.
I think when I was younger, me and my brothers like rewound that scene like so many times because it's like so perfectly orchestrated. He's like, "Hey, Rumsfeld," and he just sort of like, it's just the sound movements of him tripping on his own shoelaces, and he just falls off his goddamn roof with a rifle in his hand. So they start digging up the backyard. They're not finding any bodies.
Or any clues.
Any clues. Nothing's seeming to look too good as far as them being murderers.
So then they sneak into the basement.
Yes, they sneak into the basement and find
an enormous
crazy
furnace.
Yeah, it's huge. And that's when Tom Hanks is like, "This is no ordinary furnace." It is not. That is not what he sounded like at all.
No, that didn't.
This is no ordinary furnace.
That's what he sounded like. So they decide to start digging in the basement.
Because it's dirt floors, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And they just dig and dig and dig. So then all of a sudden there's a car that starts coming down the street. And Rumsfeld's just like, "What?" And at the same time, Tom Hanks thinks he found like a crypt in the basement because he's hitting something metal as he's digging. And Art's freaking out, like, we found Walter. And he's talking on the walkie-talkie, we found Walter. And as soon as they're saying this, the car pulls up to Walter's house and Walter gets out.
Oh, yeah.
And he's not dead.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine. So it turns out Tom Hanks was digging up a gas line.
Yeah. Right next to the giant furnace. That was on?
Maybe. It might have still been. It probably
That
was
must
still
have been on because he hits the gas line and
then there's like literally like 10 seconds before the house blows up.
yeah.
And so they blow up the house. And as they're blowing up the house, like that's when the Klopeks come home.
Right.
With a cop because they saw that somebody was there. They fucking blew up their house.
Neighbor's house. So
and it
sad.
it does like a slow like pan into all the Klopeks faces and they're like sad. They're just like
awe and shock that their neighbors just blew their house up.
right. And at this point you're just like, oh fuck, maybe like they're all really just crazy, just the three neighbors. Not the Klopeks.
You mean they're
but
innocent?
Tom Hanks and all that.
Oh.
That they're the ones that are being insane.
Yes. And Tom Hanks says that. He's like, maybe they were just innocent and we're the crazy ones.
Right after he
was
comes
blown
out,
up.
Yeah, right after he comes out of the house, somehow it survived it. That was a very cartoony part.
Yeah.
He just came out of the house and he's just like, I've been blown up.
Yeah.
Take me to the
It
hospital.
looks like when the coyote like had a cigar blow up in his face.
Yeah. It's so good. Tom Hanks just yells at all of his friend neighbors and they're just like, we're crazy. We're the ones peeking into windows. It's not the Klopeks, it's us. Right as this is happening.
One of the cop is like talking to the Klopeks neighbor.
By this time, it's like an entire crime scene now.
Yeah, and all the neighbors are out checking out the scene, and Tom Hanks is having a tantrum because he's like, I just want a vacation.
But Tom Hanks throws his tantrum, and he throws himself into the ambulance.
He puts himself in there, even though he's totally fine, he says. And no one's paying attention to him, so he's like, I'm just going to go to the hospital. He's being a whiny baby to his wife, and she's like always over him. She's like, okay.
She's
bye.
like, yeah, I guess I'll meet you there.
He's like, okay.
And as soon as the doors close, one of the Klopeks gets in.
Yep, with a giant antique syringe.
Oh,
that's
so
glass.
old. And he's just like, I know you saw one of my skulls. I know that you know. He's shaking a syringe at him.
Yes, and then the teenager steals the ambulance and they're
Gets in the car and
driving crazily through the neighborhood.
It's so
running into
obvious.
Houses.
It's
and
so
like,
obvious. Why didn't
driving
he
like a drunk? Yeah.
Well, maybe he didn't. He couldn't
probably-
casually drive because Tom Hanks started grabbing him and making.
Yeah.
him
So then he was like Tom Hanks was choking him with one hand. So they ended up crashing right into Art's front door.
right into Art's house.
Like right through the door.
The music is just pumping and like they're rolling down the street, and they hit a car. They hit the Klopeks car, and the trunk opens up.
And just packed full of skeletons. Packed full of bones and
It's the big reveal. Apparently, they killed the neighbors that lived at the house before they moved in.
Yes, and that was mentioned prior. That was a hypothesis of what happened to the neighbors.
Yeah, that was what they were thinking
So
all along.
all is revealed.
It turns out that they were right, and that's pretty much it. The news crews all start showing up. The pizza dude showed up. Pizza dude
For Corey.
Goddamn Corey. And then the ending line.
God, I love this street.
That's right.
Breaking fourth wall, telling the audience.
Yep. Taking care of us.
Yep.
Throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
Just making sure that we're good. So then it zooms out of the world.
Out of the neighborhood, out of the world.
And credits roll. Love this movie. I think it's so fun. It's not too long.
I think it's a gem.
It is a gem. It's a treasure. Allison, do you recommend The Burbs?
Yes, absolutely. I wish I had seen it when I was younger.
Me too, man.
I only saw it when you first showed it to me.
And you said that you first heard of it too when I showed it to you.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely. I recommend this. Especially watch it now. Like watch it while it's still fall time. It even takes place in that sort of like fallish time. And it feels great for this time of season. It's funny, it's scary-ish, it's and it's got Tom Hanks just playing himself, and you love him when he's playing himself. Tommy.
His comedic self.
Yeah. Tom Hanks is like a father to all of us on the screen, like a screen father, a screen daddy.
Daddy Hanks.
Dad Hanks.
And Papa Hanks.
Very good. Well, thank you for joining us, listening to us. Hey, listen up. We are part of the Hard to Find Media Network channel. You can just go to youtube.com/Hard to Find Media Network. And then also on iTunes. Check us out there. Subscribe to us. And we'll keep pumping out these babbles for you.
Yeah.
Not sure what we're going to review next week, but stay tuned and we'll let you know.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
This has been a podcast presented by
Hard to Find Media.
with music presented by
Calibrator.
Subscribe to Hard to Find Media on youtube.com/Hard to Find Media Network. This shit is free. Share it. Blast it. Fuck it.